Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about my new ride. So I want to talk about why I traded in my third gen 2019 Toyota Tacoma SR for the 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. So there's a few reasons why I wanted the new Tacoma, which is kind of one of the most hated Tacomas currently, but I feel like in the Toyota community, everyone always shits on the new generation and says the last generation is the best. I mean, if you go through the forums throughout the decades, you'll kind of see that across the platform. You know, the 4th gen got a lot of hate, but it did have the V8 and the V6 option. You know, this, that, and the other. Anyways, I understand that this got a 4-cylinder in it. I was intrigued about the motor. I was intrigued about everything about it. I liked the styling personally. That's my personal opinion, is I do like the 4th gen styling a little better. It is a grandpa truck, 100% stock, which I do have big plans for. But I do kind of want to go over why I felt like I needed to switch. So a few reasons why I wanted to switch was the rear end of the trucks. So it's been leaf sprung for a long time. So now that we have trailing arms and we've got like more like a 4Runner style suspension in the rear. So it's sprung instead of leaf sprung. And I really wanted to kind of go that route and try something new, honestly. But on the way in, I kind of just messed with it with a few things and got it kind of articulating a little bit. And I didn't feel it. Granted, it was nothing major, but I've taken the same trail with my 3rd gen Tacoma with everything that was already on it. And you could kind of feel in the cab, and it just like, I don't know, it squeaked and all that fun shit, but it is what it is. Also, another big thing for me was that my last truck did not have a rear locker. With that being said, it was an SR, so it was the base model. I bought that one used. It had some armor already thrown on it and a bumper and a winch. So I kind of wanted to go that route the first time, not knowing too much about Toyota. You know, I grew up with a Toyota family, but I kind of did what every kid I think does in their teenage years and rebel. So I went and got a Chevy and Nissan and cars and bikes and you name it. Anyways, I am thankful for that truck. I do miss it, and it's gonna have a huge place in my heart because it got me into the love of, 1, Tacomas, and number 2, the overlanding scene. You know, I did a lot of camping and growing up, and we did a lot of backpacking, and my dad brought his 4Runner, his I think 3rd gen is what it was, and then later on his FJ. But that being said, I wanted to be a little different this time around, and unfortunately, the only thing is I got the black paint, and I know it scratches, and I know what's going to happen. So I'm going to do my best to try to keep it as good as it can get out here with Arizona pinstriping. But I do plan on trying to protect it as much as I can prior to installing all these items, which stay tuned for that. I'm going to do a full build series as I go, and you guys can kind of see the mistakes along the way, because there's not a lot of content on the 4th gen Tacoma. There's some basic stuff, but not a whole lot. So we're going to go over what fits off my 3rd gen that I was able to take off and what doesn't. So another thing is with the bed. So the bed overall diameter, I guess, so stayed the same. It's still a 5-foot bed, but it is deeper. I can't remember off the top of my head. If I find it online, I'll post it somewhere along there. Anyways, it is deeper. Like, I want to say probably 3 or 4 inches. I could be wrong, but it is deeper. So, which that allows me to, when I put my rooftop tent and rack back on, since it was a mid-height rack, I'm able to get a whole lot more packed into the back end of the truck, whereas before I was kind of limited on height space. So that's that, and we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next reason why I bought this truck. Okay, so the next reason why I wanted to buy this truck is I wanted to hear turbo noises. So with a I believe it's a 2.4 liter. It doesn't seem very big, but it actually has more power and more torque than the predecessor V6. And stock out the gate, there is not a whole lot of whoosh noises that you can hear inside the cab. You can hear a little bit, but I have to double check this, but I have heard rumors that the Toyota kind of did they pumped audio into the truck to kind of give you those noises. So with that being said, I've got some plans on removing the stock air box and doing a, I guess you want to, like a cold air intake or whatever. Anyways, it's less restriction on the way in, more air, and I can hear those lovely turbo noises. So with that being said, we will do install video of that whenever that comes in, and then we're gonna go ahead and go over the longevity of this truck. It's got 26,000 miles currently. I did buy it used from a dealership called Miracle Motors. I got a steal of a deal on that truck. I was a little upside down on mine, unfortunately, because it was an SR. If it was an SR, I probably could have, yeah. Anyways, so this time that's why I decided to buy an off-road as well as the other off-road goodies. So we're down here and I will go on to the next thing. So another reason why it kind of brought me to this is I really wanted the 14-inch screen. So they have two different options. I believe it's an 8-inch screen and then the 14-inch screen. So the 14-inch screen, I got a little bit more navigation because it has the wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Even though sorry guys, geez. So even though I originally put this style system in my last truck, which was a good system, but there was some flaws with that. I wasn't able to access Onyx Off-Road. Every now and then it would kind of restart itself. Anyways, so that aside, I am able to get Onyx Off-Road on here. I'm able to do kind of a little bit of everything. And then my screen in the front, I have a full digital screen that I have on here. I'm able to go back and forth between a few different things. So with all that being said, that it's a little more, it's simpler, but it's not. So they kind of added the big tech, like the Teslas and everything else is going today, but everything is right there. Like I can access everything easily. So, and everything has got MOLLE panels, extra grab handles. It just, and the seats, I feel like the seats just, they hug you better. I don't know, and they're a little more plush. And then on some of the, I believe on the TRD up trims, the glass from factory is a ambient sound deadening glass, which is awesome. And then you're able to just, I don't know, you're able to, so with more tech, there's more problems possibly, but at the same time, when those problems, for the problems, I guess you could say, it is really nice to be able to have those creature comforts as well as the MTS, the crawl control. I got different drive modes for deep snow. I've got dirt, sand, mud. I got them all. I got the rear locker, 4 high, 4 low, 2-wheel drive is the standard stuff. And when you drive this truck, it feels like the other trucks do when it comes to visibility and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just felt better. I don't know, maybe it's a new truck feel, but it just felt better. So now I want to go over some of the things I really don't like about this truck so far, okay? So in the rear, I'll do some B-roll, whatever. Anyways, so in the rear shock, the actual tubed shock, where it's hanging is, I don't know, about 1 inch roughly from the bottom. Like, so what is the bottom of the wheel right here is where the bottom of the shock mount is, and it is extremely low. I don't know how it's gonna hold up. I'm gonna have to get some skids for that, as well as the trailing arms. Everything's a little lower in that aspect. Granted, when I get new wheels and tires, it's gonna help out with the clearance issues of that, but I have to get that. So as of right now, wheeling this truck, I have to be super careful of my tire placement, because if I slip off something, it could bash that, and who knows what kind of damage that's gonna cause. And so that's one of my biggest gripes about that. And then, well, let me show you. So another big issue is the skid plates, or, well, I guess lack thereof. These are composite, so they vibrate. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a screw in that one, but it's just, why? Give us at least a metal one, or I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the older Tacomas, we bought the TRD trim, they came with a metal, like aluminum skid plate. Like, why get rid of that? You have to pay, I think, like $700 extra at the dealership with everything else you have to add on. Not a big fan. Toyota, do better, please. Like, we stay loyal to you guys, so help us out. For me, another big complaint is, and I understand it to a degree, so I'm not wearing my seatbelt currently. And as of right now, you can not hear anything. But it will start to beep at me. And when it beeps, it gets super, super annoying. So it starts off with some very basic chimes. You guys can hear it, I hope. And then it gets nuts. It just freaks out on you. I mean, I understand, but that gets really annoying. And I've heard from other users, so when we get off this, there we go. Does it go into complete stop? Because even when you stop, it doesn't stop. Put it in park. Once it's in park, you're done. Sorry, there's a lot of flies in here. Oh my gosh. So with that being said, I mean, it's just a lot of beeps, guys. I get it. Sometimes when you're off-road, you want to have your seatbelt off so you can like get in, get out, especially content creators. I'm not saying it's the safest thing, but you know, we all do it when we go off-road sometimes. So you have to like really get in there and look, and sometimes you're in a sketchy spot. You kind of need to. And then I've heard from other creators online, do my research before buying the truck, that when you're, depending on what model you have, I guess, but a lot of times, oh my gosh, all these flies. So a lot of times when you're in like 4 low or 4 high and you're doing all your stuff, it beeps. I don't know if the Tacomas do it, but the stuff I was watching was on like the 4Runners, stuff like that. They were just like, every time you got close to something, you know, the parking sensors and all those fancy sensors in the bumper starts beep, 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 beep. And it's like, okay, cool, enough. I haven't tried it out yet. I will want to get some skid plates so I can actually like use the truck like I intend to. But there should be a way to turn those off, and there needs to be a way to turn them off. I get it. There's, at least for the seatbelt, there's some of those fake seatbelt things you can click in there, but still, there needs to be something better than that. So that's my last complaint, and then we go on to the next thing. So you might be asking yourself, dude, who cares? Why would you trade in a tried and tested, or tried and true, I guess you could say, because I don't know my sayings very well, 3rd gen Tacoma? Why not go with like a GX or different platform, something that doesn't have the, you know, the 4-banger and this, that, and the other? Well, it's because I want to. So with that being said, I hope you guys stick around and follow me on my journey as we test out the 4th gen Tacoma. I mean, let's find out if buying this truck was a mistake or it was a huge benefit. You know, for me personally, the 3rd gen, the one that I had lacked a lot. I mean, I did just put new suspension in it. It sucks. Like, I'm starting over again. It's gonna cost me a lot of money. I don't have big sponsors. I do have some amazing sponsors that I do have. They're amazing, and I'm hoping that they can help me out with this as well. But I really wanted to show you guys what the 4th gen is capable of, and I'm hoping I'm not wrong, because the little stuff that I did on the way in on a very, very easy road that more than likely a car could have taken in if they followed the right path, not the one I took. But still, it just, to me, it's fun. I like new things. I like testing out new stuff, and especially when it's a little different. So I've got some big plans with this truck. I'm gonna be doing, my goal with this truck was to, one, show you guys what you can and can't do from a budget standpoint, because I am not rich. I don't have daddy's money. You know, my job's good, but it's not like I'm not making 6 figures plus. But it gets me and my family by. And I wanted to show you guys, should you buy one? Is it worth the money? So far, just driving it from the lot the last few days, it has been amazing. It's got extra power, and I accidentally kind of sort of jumped it. Didn't mean to. It was on the road, it was on dirt. I take a detour road and a farm road, and the road kind of gave way to an old culvert, and I saw that and I was like, okay, cool, little heart rush, whatever. No, I ended up going in the air, rev limiter was kicking, and about hit my face into the dash. Probably not the best idea, but hey, it was kind of fun, and the truck's held up pretty well. So with that being said, I do plan on going out with a few other creators, Downtime Loss, Off-Road Outpost, and a few others, kind of test the limits of the truck. We're going to be doing some cool videos here in the future to kind of, don't want to give away too much. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to say nothing about that. So just subscribe and keep tuned for what's going to happen. I do want to wheel this truck a little harder than I did before. I want to get out of my comfort zone a whole lot more, and I want to show you guys that it is reasonable. Like, I mean, there are some 4th gen content out there, and then usually those guys, you know, I don't know their situation. I don't know how they got the money that they are able to, but they are, and they got some pretty sweet builds that I'm taking some inspiration from. But I'm gonna keep on rambling, I guess. But I just want to show you guys what we can and can't do with the truck like this. And I, again, hope you stay along. So subscribe, and let's check out the new future 4th gen content. Thank you.